The Wednesday night NWAC matchup between Lane and Linn Benton continues here for game two. The women, they just finished up not too long ago. Lane came away with that one in commanding victory. And now we get ready for the men's game. So we'll go on back here with Ryan Oppenheimer. Ryan, these are two teams that are kind of middle of the pack right now in terms of conference standings. Linn Benton, they're fourth right now. Lane right behind them in fifth. I mean, these are two teams that probably match up pretty well with each other. But what can you expect in today's regular season finale?
Yeah, this is going to close the book on a mixed bag season for the Titans. 12-15 overall. It improves very slightly over last year, in which they went 10-18. And I think both teams, their season is going to be pretty much over after this, but they're going to play very hard because, the NWAC is really a bloodbath. A lot of talent on every team.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, this team is full of talent, and I think the same can be said for Linn Benton. I mean, even though it hasn't been a winning season for Lane up to this point, they've been playing some really good basketball. And not just that, they've had some really, really close games against some of the top opponents, too. Games like against Southwest Oregon, against Clackamas, too, who's right below them in the conference standings. I think that this team has a lot of depth, and even though the record doesn't show for it, it's still a really, really good team. And now, before this game, with it being the regular season finale, a little sophomore celebration, play on the senior celebration, but instead doing it with the sophomores. Right now, a few sophomores, including Javon Blackmore, Junior Leggy, Jacob Labounty, as well as Isaiah Wallace, Jacob Axmaker, and Micah Garrett are also being recognized for their efforts. It kind of feels weird to say sophomore celebration, but for a community college, these guys only end up playing 2 years, so this will be their last year in a Titan uniform. But these guys that they're announcing right now, they've done so much for this team. And even though they haven't had the season that they wanted to, they've played really, really well this year.
I think they should get flowers. I mean, I like the posters, but I think they should get flowers too. I mean, I don't think anything replaces a bouquet of flowers. I mean, it's literally an expression.
You know what?
Give them their flowers
for
the season they've had.
I like the pictures, personally. I do.
Yeah.
I would say, I can see him right now. I can at least see Isaiah Wallace's. I mean, that's pretty cool. It kind of has the basketball, in his right hand as he's flexing and then pointing at the camera. I really like that. But, I mean, it's just a really cool celebration overall that Lane and their community that they do here is head coach Edwards out there with his guys saying goodbye and waiting for all the parents as well. He keeps saying this is a special, special group of guys for sure. And like we keep saying, even though the record doesn't really show for it, I mean, this is still a team with a lot of talent. And a lot of those guys right now that are out there at half court are the reason for it. We'll give the starting lineups of both teams while we await the announcement on the court. We'll start off with Lane, Javon Blackmore, and Junior Legend with the two guards up front. Jacob Labounty and Jacob Axmaker, the two forwards down low, and Micah Garrett. Actually, it'll be Jacob Labounty in the middle. Jacob Axmaker and Micah Garrett will be the two guards. And then on the other side for the Roadrunners, Trey Cannon and Michael Lundy will be the two guards. Bennett Boss, Kate Smith, two forwards, and TJ Zimmerman, one of the most dangerous players in all of conference, will be down low at the center position. A little bit about TJ Zimmerman before we start this one, just because you got time. Third in conference in rebounds per game and fifth in conference in points per game, averaging over 21.5 points and 10 rebounds. He's just a threat down low.
Yeah, not often you see a player averaging a double-double, a 20-point double-double that is. And TJ Zimmerman is a very consistent player, and he's stronger than he looks.
It really is.
At 6'5".
And I think that long hair gives him a little advantage, a little something to, kind of flick up after he puts up those double-doubles that he's been doing the past few games.
Yeah, I think TJ Zimmerman coming out of West Albany, and he had 41 points against Linfield earlier in the season. I think you look to him to have another great game to close out the season against Lane.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, Linn Benton's definitely looking for him tonight. He's been pretty much the dominant guy for this team, I think you could say. He started all 26 games up to this point, which for Linn Benton, I mean, you look up and down the roster, there really hasn't been such a consistent lineup in so far. He's the only guy who's played all games up to this point. Otherwise, it's pretty much just been a mix and match of guys for head coach Todd Zimmerman for the Roadrunners.
Yeah, and on the other hand, the Lane lineup has been fairly consistent. You know, Micah Garrett has been the stalwart for this team, scoring a boatload of points. Not quite as much as T.J. Zimmerman, but he is a threat tonight.
So Linn Benton won the tip-off, and they'll start with it here in the first half. T.J. Zimmerman working in the post against Jacob Labounty, and now Zimmerman's going to drive in, but he's going to be called for a travel, so a quick turnover from Linn Benton on the first play of the game. And Lane will come out with it. Kind of an unfortunate mistake there from T.J. Zimmerman. Working in the post. Didn't really see the travel call, but the ref was right there to blow the whistle. And now Micah Garrett, one of the star players on this team, drives in, finds Javon Blackmore, trying to put one up. And one of the Roadrunners came over the back of him. That was Michael Lundy, who I think was trying to go up. He was expecting Javon Blackmore to go up with it and was trying to meet him in the air, but Blackmore didn't bite, and Lundy fell over the back of him. And so now it'll be 2 shots for Javon Blackmore.
Yeah, Blackmore is an interesting player. He has a very much an inside the arc point guard, 4.9 rebounds per game. That's pretty solid for his height, standing 6'1", and not a big threat from three-point land, but every once in a while he'll hit a few. 22.2% from the line.
Yeah, I mean, we've said it pretty much all year. I mean, even though he's listed as a guard, he can play any position. Just his athleticism and his ability to work inside, grab the rebounds, and just be able to go strong with it. It really makes him just a threat on both sides of the court and really be able to play any position. So Javon Blackmore only able to hit 1 free throw there. So it's only 1-0 Lane here in the opening minutes. And now we're going to get a kickball violation as Trey Cannon kind of threw it towards the foot of Blackmore, trying to get it down low. Michael Lundy to inbound. Going to get it inside corner. Bowes. That one no good. And a rebound grabbing by Cade Smith, who's just falling back. Now he's in the post working against Leggy. Working in. Throwing up. Blocked by Leggy. T.J. Zimmerman comes in. Grabs the rebound. Spin move against Labounty. Fadeaway jumper. No good. Labounty comes away with it. Really good play there from the Roadrunners, but not able to convert. And now here's Labounty, top of the key. Outside. Axemaker from 3. No good. In and out of the rim. Trey Cannon there to haul it in. And now here comes Benton Boss. Now in the corner, Lundy, top of the key. Zimmerman working against Labounty. We're going to see that matchup a lot today. He's working in. Fade away. Yes. Looked like it wasn't going in for a second. Took a weird hop in. And now Linn Benton's on the board. It's 2-1.
I get Drew Timmy vibes from T.J. Zimmerman. I don't know if it's just me, but, you know, kind of a rugged look and a very physical style play.
And now Jacob Labounty working against T.J. Zimmerman. He goes up in the post, and he answers Zimmerman's shot on the other side with a shot of his own. 3-2 now.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see Labounty and Zimmerman go at it down low. And Labounty hasn't always been the most aggressive 5-man, but I think he's going to rise to the occasion tonight going up against the star in T.J.
And now there's that matchup again. Zimmerman working against Labounty, and Zimmerman wins that one. So like you said, Ryan, just saw it on 3 straight possessions, the battle between Zimmerman and Labounty. And now here's Javon Blackmore cutting inside and finding it to Leggy. Leggy puts it back up. No good. Zimmerman grabs the board.
Leggy's finding himself near the ball a lot, getting that block earlier, and he has he's making his 3rd start of the season.
3 no good from Zimmerman. Labounty comes away with it. Micah Garrett got a hand, but it was ultimately Labounty. And now here's a pump fake from Axemaker. Instead, hands off to Javon Blackmore. It's now top of the key. Labounty hits the 3-pointer.
Yeah, Labounty, he can stretch it. He can stretch the floor, and that's a lot of what he brings to the table at the 5 position.
So Labounty and Zimmerman are basically just trading shots right now. They've scored 9 of the total points here. Now here's a 3 from Zimmerman. That one no good. Leggy tipped it out, and Micah Garrett chases it down to come away with it. Now a 3-point attempt from the right arc. Axemaker, good.
Oh,
so
boy.
Back-to-back threes there for Lane to get this rolling. It's 9-5.
Yeah, that guy's a pure shooter. 8 of 9 of his attempts were threes last game, and he made 3 of them.
Now here's Cade Smith working against Leggy. Put one up against him. No good. Labounty comes away with it. Blackmore to push it up. Pushing up to Micah Garrett. What a good look, but Micah Garrett can't finish.
Just mishandled it there. I think he might have got it caught on the backboard.
Michael Lundy trying to go coast to coast with it, and he does. Both teams are playing some quick basketball here to start this one. And now it looks like Lane's going to slow it down. Blackmore top of the key. Edwards will call for a reset. Now Micah Garrett drives in, left alley, down the lane and in.
That is the leading scorer for the Lane Titans. Former West Linn High School star, played with Jackson Shellstad, who now starts for the Oregon Ducks.
Now here's Trey Cannon working against Leggy. Down low in the post. TJ Zimmerman, spin move, hook shot. That one no good. Leggy and Labonte coming away with it. Blackmore pushing it up. Now swings over to Micah Garrett, left arc. Yes!
Micah Garrett coming on strong to start this one, making up for that mishandled layup earlier.
So now Lane is 3 of 4 from beyond the arc to start this one. And here's Cade Smith working to the post. He gets the easy 2 points there. But the Titans are shooting the ball well to begin this one, up 14-8 in the first 5 minutes. Now Jacob Axmaker working in, going to pull it from the high post. That one no good. Zimmerman kind of pushed Labonte out of the way and came up with the rebound. Now Zimmerman working in the baseline. Now moving to just under the basket, spin move. That one no good off the backboard. Javon Blackmore comes away with it. He'll push it up. Working against Trey Cannon. Now outside corner, Micah Garrett. Oh, and it would have counted, but they're going to say it was an offensive foul down low. So it'll be a turnover for Lane, and Linn Benton will come away with possession, but not before a timeout on the floor. A very, very quick start off to both teams. It feels like they're just wasting no time inbounding the ball, whether they're scoring or whether they're grabbing the missed shot. They're playing with a lot of intensity right now on both sides.
Yeah, you know, the Titans are an athletic team. Javon Blackmore gets downhill real fast, and I think it maybe came back to bite him a little bit as he kind of got out of control on that charging foul. But it's going to be fireworks all night long for this Lane team. And, you know, the Roadrunners, they play a little bit more controlled as they kind of run their offense through their big man, just every possession down the court. But TJ Zimmerman, he can score with the best of them. And even though they don't have as much of an explosive offense, I think they can hang with the Titans all game long.
Yeah, it's really going to depend on how well Lane shoots the ball, because they've shot it well so far, and they're leading 14-8. But Linn Benton, I mean, they're in 4th place for a reason. 8-6 in conference play, and they've had some really good games up to this point. So they're definitely not a team that you want to mess around with. And it looks like we're going to get one of Lane's shooters checked into the ball game. Isaiah Wallace will make his first appearance. Wallace has just been a pure threat. It's almost kind of puzzling that really he's not in the starting lineup every single game. Shooting 38% from the line. Shooting 38% from the line. And he has just been one of the more dominant shooters of the game, like in every single game for Lane. Now here's Linn Benton, a mid-range shot from Kane Smith. That one no good. Labonte grabs the board. Isaiah Wallace to bring it up. 14:38 left to play in the first half. Titans up 14-8. Now here's Isaiah Wallace, top of the key, working against Trey Cannon. Going to hand it off to Micah Garrett. Micah Garrett driving in. Little pump fake and hits the fadeaway shot. Micah Garrett staying hot from mid-range. 5 points on the night now. Actually, 7 points on the night now for Garrett.
Body control there, stopping on a dime and just calmly pulling up and knocking that one down.
And now here is TJ Zimmerman working in the post. And no good. Jacob Labonte comes away with it. Here's Micah Garrett pushing up the floor. And now Isaiah Wallace, top of the key. 13:49 left to play in the first half. Now here's Isaiah Wallace, far corner. Thought about taking it. Got a screen from Leggy. Going to pull up from the baseline. That one no good. Roadrunners come away with it. And now here's David Burdett. Top of the key. Liam Spencer, who also checks in the game